Hi, I'm Tavis with Panasonic. I'm running a new division within the company focused on North American startups whose mission it is to transform traditional transportation. So we just finished our panel and talking about how automakers are actually shifting their business model, and the reason why this is taking place is because mobility as a whole is actually changing. People are not looking at personal ownership models the same way, and the automaker has to embrace the fact that technology is moving quickly and everyone doesn't necessarily want to own a car. In urbanization, population, and traffic, all of these things are making that shift happen. So how they're approaching it, multiple ways, obviously, either doing acquisitions or doing investments into companies that are actually providing that service, and how do they potentially offer that as a service instead of having to just do it their traditional way, which is just to buy and sell cars. Currently, everyone realizes the value chain has been that the end consumer, they get the product from an auto OEM. And so that means that an auto OEM is defining the car, the truck, the van that you end up purchasing and riding in. How that's changing now is that because of service, you're actually looking these Ubers of the world, the Uber, Lyfts, DDs of the world. They're actually providing a service of taking a passenger from point A to point B. They're essentially defining what you want to ride in. So whether you're a soccer mom that's driving kids, whether you're an outdoor enthusiast that's trying to bring your mountain bike into the mountains, what you're actually looking for is different. So it's not necessarily defined necessarily by an OEM anymore. It's defined by who's actually providing the service to the person that wants to get into the car. That means that the tier ones and the tier twos, they're not necessarily only just talking to an OEM anymore. They actually have to talk to the people who are trying to change the service model, which is why right now I would say that the automakers are also trying to become a mobility service provider. I think that many companies look at technology as the way to get adoption, and technology is great. There's always going to be new innovations, but the one thing that technology does is that it's never perfect. You're always constantly revising the technology. So what you actually need to focus on is why are you doing it? So if you're developing a IoT technology today, there needs to be two things. You're either servicing a problem, a pain point that someone deals with today, or the second is you're appealing to their desire, something that they want. Maybe they do, maybe they know it, maybe they don't know it. But if that business model is not part of your overall business plan, then that's one of the reasons why I think so many are not actually gaining any traction, because you need to actually have one or the two, or essentially if you could have both, then you'd end up winning out. Because I actually came here last year around the same time, and I actually got a chance to interact and listen to a lot of very innovative companies and speakers talk about what they're doing in terms of technology and how they were integrating. When it comes to connected and autonomous technology today, there's no one company that's going to actually do it alone. It's going to require the partnerships in order to make this happen. And this ecosystem, being right here in Silicon Valley, being able to connect with everyone from a software developer to a hardware developer, whether they're a startup or a legacy company, I think it's a perfect avenue to actually do that. So if I were to describe IoT worlds in 3 words, I would say it's about networking, it's about innovation, and learning.